Hello and welcome to Complete Load of Podcast. This is the pilot episode that we're making at the moment, and hopefully this will become a regular thing on the Completed It Mate channel.
Yay!
It might not though.
No.
It might not.
No, it might go horribly wrong.
Might go horribly wrong. We're quite lazy.
Yeah.
If we do make a podcast, the most regular it will ever be is twice a month.
Well, I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to work out a way to do it over the internet, and then we never really have to leave our homes and stuff like that.
We need to sit in the same room together.
Not necessarily. I've seen other people do, like live, like webcam things.
That sounds awful.
Does it?
Yeah. I like to be near you, Matt.
Look forward to that soon.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the Complete It Mate resident nerd, Matthew.
Hello.
Good.
Yeah. I've never really understood the resident nerd thing, but
Well, you do all the techie stuff for me, don't you? The stuff that I don't understand.
yeah, well, you say that, but really, I think you do most of that by going on your Twitter account and going, "Oh, I don't know how this works," and then everyone's like, "Well, just Google it."
I know, that is the worst answer you can give someone on Twitter.
But
I've obviously Googled it before I've gone to Twitter. If I've asked a question on Twitter, that's the last fucking response. That is the last thing I would do.
okay, it doesn't.
Because that's what they do. They go, "Oh, Google it."
I've seen you ask questions that I found on Google immediately.
Well, good for you. Why don't you think that? Talk to me about it.
I like
Help
making
me
you
out.
sweat.
Yeah, I know you do. But Matt does all the thumbnails and the logos and stuff like that. Anything that looks good, you do. Any problems that I have with a computer or something like that, if you're around, you'll help me out. But if you're not, then I have to then resort to Google.
Yeah.
Or then, if worse comes to worse, I'll ask Twitter for some advice. But that is when you are in some deep shit. I will probably edit this video quite a lot, so don't be surprised if you see some jump cuts or anything like that. We might cheat a little bit because we don't really know what we're doing, and these things will only get better the more we do it. So you can sort of say you want to do a podcast as much as you like, but until you actually start doing it, then you can find out what works and what doesn't, and that's what the point of this pilot episode is. It could be good. This could be really good. People might respond to it very well. I don't think they will.
No, well, it might go amazing.
It might go amazingly. It hasn't so far because it's the second time we're doing this intro.
Yeah, well, by your own...
Do you want to check that the microphone's still working?
Yeah, well, this one is working, yeah.
So we had a technical problem. Problem with our technicals.
Yeah, this intro's not very good, but the first one we did...
The first one.
It was really great, wasn't it?
Oh my god, there's so much banter.
Oh god, when the pillow fight happened.
I know, yeah. Then Tom Cruise walked in. That was crazy. What was he doing here?
Blimey.
Idiot. Right. So don't... This is a tryout, okay? It could be really good, could be really bad. What I'm hoping for is that this will probably be bad, but there might be some good stuff in it, and we can find out what works and what doesn't, and concentrate on the stuff that works, get rid of the stuff that doesn't. And so there might be some jump cuts. If there's ever a jump cut in this podcast, it's me saving you from being bored, basically. So I'm doing you a favour. Have you had a good week, Matt? That's my next question.
Yeah, well, I've been feeling a little bit rough this week. I had my office Christmas party, and that was 3 days ago. And I still feel terrible. I still look terrible. I'm a little bit annoyed that we're actually filming this. I thought it was going to be an audio recording. But yeah, I do look like I haven't slept for at least 3 days.
I've done audio podcasts, and I already know I can't do them very well.
What's the difference?
I sort of have a career in being in front of the camera, so I might be good at that. I don't know. But I don't think so. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, this is much more fun than doing an audio podcast. Audio podcast would be boring.
Yeah, and it makes more sense if we're putting it on YouTube. We can't just have a picture of the logo for 30 minutes or however long this is going to be. Have we spoken about how long it's going to be?
I don't know. I haven't committed to a time yet. There's going to be a lot of that, by the way. A lot of burping from me. We're drinking beer at the moment, and we're vaping because we're adults.
We're
so
adults.
we'll probably get demonetised or something like that. Yeah. And I would hate for this video to get demonetised because I really need that $7.36.
Yeah, well, I mean, we really should have got some sponsors.
Good, Matt.
First of all, who's going to sponsor this?
Right. I tried to get a sponsor.
Yeah.
They didn't want to sponsor us. Which is bizarre, because my argument was... if we do a podcast, the podcast that will probably get the most views is the first one, and then people will drop.
Oh yeah, well once they realise it's terrible, they'll never tune in.
People will drop off and then go, well, I'm not watching this shit ever again. So I said, if you sponsor this podcast, this is going to get the most views that we can get on our little channel. Well, so
I see what you're saying, and what did they say?
They said, nah.
Right.
I said, all right, fair enough. And then I wanted a sponsor because I wanted to do an ad read in the middle of the podcast.
Sure.
Just because I wanted to... This is like a dress rehearsal, so I wanted to...
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it in lots of other podcasts.
Yeah. So I wanted to practice doing that. So then I got in touch with the guys at Rooster Teeth, because we're a part of the Let's Play family now.
I know, that's mental.
We're a part of the Rooster Teeth fraternity. And... I basically said to them, hey, can the Rooster Teeth store just sponsor the podcast, like, for free? And
free.
I just want you to send me an ad read so I can practice doing
Well, that sounds like a sure deal. We're already with them.
Yeah.
It's for free. So,
they're mates of ours.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well,
and
not me particularly. They don't know who I am. Really.
Well, that's it. That's what I want. Once the world discovers who you are.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, Matt.
Yeah, well... It's not going so well, is it?
No, because you keep getting drunk. Anyway, they said, yeah, we'd do that. We're up for that. Because I said, look, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to get some free advertising,
sure.
To literally hundreds of people. And they said, yeah. I said, all right, can you send me a little thing that you want me to read?
So I imagine you got that email pretty quickly after.
Didn't hear back. No. Didn't hear back from them. Didn't hear back from them.
Okay.
And I know what's going to happen is they're going to email me like tomorrow. They say, yeah, here you go, and I'm going to go, well, I already fucking recorded it. So,
oh well.
Thanks, Rooster Teeth.
Thanks, guys.
Somebody said to me, so what does Rooster Teeth do for you? I don't really know. I just really like them. I think the best thing that Rooster Teeth does for us is it gives us a bit of sort of authenticity. It sort of
credibility.
Makes us,
like a real YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, can't wait to get the logo on there. We'll get the little logo on our cover thing. People are going to think that is a real YouTube channel.
Well, I really want to get us on the Rooster Teeth First thing.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
Because I watch a lot of stuff on Rooster Teeth First, and I watch it with my eldest son Harrison. A lot of burps. It's gonna be a lot of burps.
Leave it in.
And I like. There's some things like the In-Betweeners, for example. My kids have never seen the In-Betweeners for obvious reasons. But we do watch things that are appropriate, because he loves video games and stuff like that. And he's actually he's pretty clever, and he can handle people swearing.
Yeah,
and he knows,
sure.
that's a bad word, and you shouldn't say it. So, each to their own. I know some parents might want to shield their kids from that sort of thing, but my oldest one especially, he's totally cool. He's like a sort of teenager already. And so we watch a lot of Rooster Teeth First and a lot of Play Pals and stuff like that. I would love to just log into the Rooster Teeth First account and go, oh look, Complete Mate's there.
Yeah. He'd be well impressed with
it. That's basically it. That's basically my goal.
This is the driving force behind the Completely Made YouTube channel.
That's it.
Trying to impress his kids.
I'm going to be doing this a lot as well.
I mean, I can see down here, the microphone is picking it up. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. I want people to know that. This is the Complete Load of Podcast pilot brief. See, look, I made sure I wrote this. This took me about an hour.
Yeah, I haven't read it.
No, I know you haven't read it. That's annoying. I gave this to you days ago.
Yeah. I've been hungover for the last 3 days.
I know, but look, I wanted this to all be... I've got some really good little items here. Check the papers.
Check the papers. What is this, 1920?
No, that's a good thing. I've picked some funny stories to read.
I saw the stories while we were setting up. They've got nothing to do with gaming. None of them have.
This
One
podcast,
of them's about sharks.
Yeah, this podcast doesn't necessarily have to have anything to do with gaming. Don't let gaming be the shackles of this YouTube channel.
We're breaking free of gaming.
Yeah, not just for the podcast, but obviously we can talk about video games. But we can. This is what we can talk about. We can talk about anything on this podcast. That's the point of the podcast, surely.
Yeah. This should be more candid, shouldn't it? Even more candid than the videos you're already making, which are pretty damn candid. I mean, there's not a lot of production that goes into those, is there?
I worked really hard on those videos, Matthew.
Don't say that.
No, I know. Yeah, I know people will be shocked. That's why, I sometimes seem a bit stressed and stuff on the YouTube videos, and I give myself quite a hard time on my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I can't help it. I just really, I just take it I take the YouTube channel very, very seriously. I take it more seriously than my actual job. My actual job, I turn up to set, people go, "Oh, have you learnt the lines?" And I go, "Nah, not bothered. Nah," and I'll just piss about all day.
Right.
And then...
I mean, that sounds like a great way of, just running your career. I mean, the YouTube channel...
Right into the ground, yeah.
Yeah, the YouTube channel makes, a bit of money. Probably nowhere near as much as...
I don't think we're supposed to say... I think there's some sort of legal thing where we're not... I said in a Q&A earlier this year what the YouTube channel had made in... I don't...
Are you saying that YouTube actually says in their terms and conditions...
I think there might be a terms and conditions thing where you shouldn't.
Well, you don't need to say the exact amount, but...
No, I'll say the exact amount. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. What?
What are they going to do? Take away that money?
I know, exactly. So at the moment, in the last 28 days, the YouTube channel, from ad revenue, has made $209.18.
Which works out to be about, £180, something like that?
If you're lucky. I don't know. But it's just sort of that's fair enough because this isn't my job. So I this is my hobby and something that I really like to do. What I worry about is other YouTube channels that I really like to watch, where this is their job. And
well, really, you're talking about something else here. You're talking about the adpocalypse that happened, where sort of essentially everybody's ad revenue across YouTube was halved overnight, and then maybe we won't go fully into that, but
yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess I'm not sure what the adpocalypse is, or whether I don't even trust I don't think I'd be shocking anyone if I said I don't trust Google. I don't think I'm the first person to ever say that.
No.
And is this, especially gaming's been hit by this adpocalypse more than most channels, right?
Yeah.
More than most genres, and it feels a little bit, but also gaming's super popular. Like a gaming YouTube channel, there are so many really, really popular gaming YouTube channels, and it's just I'm just a bit like, is there really an adpocalypse?
Yeah, well, there's still people watch it.
Because exactly, yeah. But I just take what Google says. This isn't completely impartial. That's what I mean. It's like say if I'm Google and you're working for me, and you go, "Oh, how much money did we make this week?" And I go, only a $5.
Right, okay, so you're suggesting that Google was going, "Yeah, we actually only made half what we usually make this week."
What's stopping them from doing that? How can I verify this?
Well,
I shouldn't just take Google's word.
No. Let's go see him. Pay him a little visit, shall we?
Didn't we pay them a visit at some point? Although we had a
conference call.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
No.
That was a bit weird, wasn't it? I need to get another Foster's. You're going to hear the fridge turn on. I refuse to turn that off.
No.
It comes on in my YouTube videos. That's why I put music in the background.
Right.
Because it's got beer and food and stuff in there.
You've got food in here. What have you got in here? Chocolates.
I tell you what, this is going to be a jump cut.
What the hell are those? Counters. So
anyway, shut the door, because the fridge now's turned on.
Oh yeah, hasn't it?
Yeah, I love counters. Galaxy chocolate.
Well, I've never seen them before, but presumably they're basically Cadbury's buttons, but Galaxy.
No, they're not. They're Galaxy, right? Don't.
Yeah, no, the actual font.
They're thicker as well.
Thicker.
Yeah.
Blimey.
They're a thicker chocolate.
See, lads, if you get into acting on YouTube, maybe you can afford the thicker buttons.
Anyway, we're going off the brief. All right, this podcast is going to end up being it's going to be really long. This podcast and boring. I want to talk about here we go. Here you go, Matthew. I want to talk about GTA Online and the problems I'm having with it at the moment. I'm trying to sort out being able to play on this thing called the internet. Using this thing called the internet, I'm hoping to sort of play with the achievement hunter guys online.
Oh, right.
And do some heists and stuff like that. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've spoken to Jeff briefly about it. We are both very slow at getting back to each other.
Right, so this has been going on for a while then.
I'll send him a message, and then about 4 days later he'll reply, and then another couple of days go by and I'll reply to him. Because I'm just finding it really difficult to play. Apart from you, I don't have any other friends that are interested in gaming, and I've only got 3 friends. One of them's my wife.
Yeah, sure, let's leave that.
But what, do you know what I mean about GTA Online? It's I love playing it. There's so much to do on that.
Well, there's lots of issues. So, I mean, from what I understand, the last time you did GTA Online, you live streamed it once, and it turned into a bit of a mess, didn't it? I think you even did you delete the video?
Yeah.
You deleted the video.
I did, yeah.
Because you got a bit upset, didn't you?
I was just really annoyed because it's just like I said to everyone to join in.
Yeah.
Like, because I want to play with other people, and this was one of the other reasons why I started the YouTube channel, because I wanted to be a part of the gaming community.
Sure.
And genuinely, like, I know this might sound sad, but make some friends and play computer games with like-minded people, and enjoy doing that. So anyway, I was doing a live stream. This was about a month ago or so, wasn't it? Because I did a load of live streams in 1 week, because again I was practicing how to do a live stream. The only way I can practice and get better at it is by doing it.
Yeah.
And live streams are really handy for me, because when I'm on set, it means that I can just live stream. If I can actually get good at live streaming, I can just record a video for 45 minutes for an hour. Don't have to edit it. It's already up. It's done and dusted.
Yeah, you save yourself a lot of time.
Yeah, basically, I save myself 2 days, and I just don't have that time when I'm on a film set. So the live stream is important. But I said, like, I'm live. This is live. This is happening right now. I'm on GTA Online. Join my crew. Come and join me and let's play and stuff. And just the whole session just got full of.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, isn't it? So GTA Online, if someone starts shooting you and you shoot them and blow their car up, well then it costs you a load of money.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Is it? You have insurance on it?
What you mean if they instigate the shooting?
Yeah, I mean, if someone's trolling you and you keep getting killed by them, if you retaliate, I mean,
I've blown up someone's car before when they started shooting me. I felt really good about it, to be honest, because it was really annoying. So I just got out that sort of heat-seeking missile launcher.
Right.
Just blew the car up. But I never do that. I always get good sport rewards, $2,000 every now and then for being a good sport.
For being.
I've never tried to destroy someone's shipment, or if they're trying to move something or something like that. Like, I don't see the point in that. Like, because someone's obviously trying to do something. Yeah. And this is, by the way, this is an opinion that could be totally wrong, because obviously the point of the game is that you're in competition.
I've seen other people complaining about this.
This is just my personal opinion. I bet there are people out there that just go, well, I've destroyed other people's shipments, other people have destroyed mine, it's par for the course. Is that the right saying? Path for the course?
Par, golf course.
Oh, par for the course.
Oh, God.
I thought it was path.
No.
Anyway. You knew what I meant.
Yeah.
And so I know that there are people watching this saying, grow up, stop being such a baby. Yeah. But it was annoying because I was trying to do a CEO, a bunker mission or something like that.
Yeah.
And it basically made it impossible to do, because there was 30 people outside my bunker that blew me up every time I walked outside.
I mean, there's a good argument for actually this not being you just whinging and moaning. I mean, actual GTA Online, to get anywhere, to do the good stuff, you need to be at certain levels, you need to have a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
And really, what you're talking about is either a huge investment of time to get to that level and earn that money, or actual real world money, as in you pay for the shark cards.
And so that's what I do. I pay for the shark cards, but I don't think it's very fair, the return that you get. So like, after you've bought an office and a warehouse, you've probably spent about $3 million.
Right. And
to make that money back takes a long time. Even when you've got that stuff that's supposed to be making you money. And I do think it's slightly unfair, the return that you get on stuff.
Yeah, well, I have seen people moaning about the length of time it actually takes to earn money, etc., etc. And the reason I've seen people moaning about this is because of the things that, well, basically the loot crate, the loot box thing that's been in the news recently. Yeah. I mean, really, you're talking about kind of shady tactics.
I don't like them. I'm against them. I'm against in-app purchases. I understand that there are some games that maybe rely on those things to recoup. You know, there are some games I'm sure that go out at a loss.
Oh yeah, no,
do you know what I mean? And so they'll then recoup that money from free to
play games. That is their business model. But when you've got something like Battlefront 2, it's a $60 game, it's £50 game, 45.
Don't say dollar again.
Oh, like
no one in America's watching this.
That is a good point. I do know the demographics of this channel, and it's a bunch of English boys.
No women watch this.
No, 3%. 3%.
I'm a hit with the ladies, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Battlefront thing, that's a full price game. You're supposed to get a single player campaign, which apparently is rubbish, and then a great multiplayer, but it's not great because it's been it's had the guts cut out of it.
And also I've not played it, and I've sort of boycotted it.
You got burnt on the first one.
I know, I bought the first one and I was so excited about it. I pre-ordered it. I've got my special edition Battlefront game guide up there. I didn't even realise there wasn't a single player campaign. I bought that game and then I saved it for when I was having to spend a lot of time in a hotel room because I was going to use lonely time to play that. In the end, I just had to wank myself to death.
Loot crates are bad.
They are.
Loot crates
but especially because apparently with this Battlefront 2, it's almost reliant on loot crates for you to progress. Apparently it's... So, it's been a while since I've read the thing, but it was... You would have to spend something like 60 hours to unlock one hero or something like that. Yeah.
And, no one's got time to do that. And
no. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Bullshit. I played PUBG recently on the Xbox.
So, how much was that to get?
So that's the point. Yeah, that was 25 quid.
That doesn't have the loot crate issue, or does it?
I think you get points, and I think you do get crates of some sort. I've not explored it enough. You do get sort of points. You guys can help us, but you do get some sort of point system, and I do think you there is a loot crate thing in it.
Yeah, or in-app purchases or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might just be like change your appearance or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it depends to what extent it actually affects the gameplay.
Yeah, because I don't think it affects it. I don't think it will affect the gameplay because you land on an island with nothing, and that's the point of it. But it's not a finished game. I've paid for it, and I feel a little bit like annoyed that I've paid for it. Yeah, ever so slightly.
Now, I know that when you've bought this, it's got some sort of a tag on it that says I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it comes up at the beginning.
It says like Xbox early access, whatever the Xbox version of early access is, it says that, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
you should be aware that it's not a completed game.
Alright, that one's gone. Let's just carry on for a bit. Yeah, it's just your one, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? No, I'll address this one. Hello.
So yeah, it says it's an early game, but I'm sort of torn because I understand the point of why people bring out early games, and it's because they need to get money.
Yeah, you might have a small team of people, and we need to get a return quick. Well, try to float this product that we're making.
We need money now to develop it even further.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but that's the risk that you play when you're doing that, because you're bringing out a game that's not finished. So you need to really rely on people to say, it's not finished.
Yeah,
I'll give it a chance. There are some things wrong with it, but I'm happy to help these people develop the game even more. Which is, that's a great attitude. I was a little bit on the other side because Fortnite's free.
It was free, wasn't it, on PlayStation?
Yeah, I got it on PlayStation 4 and it was free. And to be fair, it runs slicker, it feels better. The graphics aren't that great on PUBG. It's all over the place. Like even on PC. And people have said, because people have complained saying, "Oh, the Xbox can't handle this PC game," and I'm thinking, I've seen people play it on PC. My one's gone now as well. And I'm thinking, where's all this Where's all this power going?
Yeah, well, it's because it's unfortunately not a particularly well-oiled machine. It's when things aren't very efficiently coded, then it's more taxing on the actual hardware, and that's just basically. It's a product of the amount of manpower they've got to build this game. I am aware that Xbox have sent people over to the developers to actually port it over to the Xbox One and One X, and I presume it's out now because it's near Christmas.
Yeah.
Really, it probably shouldn't be out now.
Yeah, they should have held off a bit.
Yeah, because it's looking a bit janky.
Yeah.
Some of it, when the video you did, you could see that the textures weren't loading up properly and things like that. The animations were stuttery. And there's a lot of people that argue that actually it's not really a console game at all.
No, the controls do not translate well at all.
You've got an excess of button commands. So you couldn't reload because it was reload was holding X. Where obviously on a PC you can right click or do whatever.
But there's this other thing as well with aiming. So I'm used to playing first person shooter on a control. Left trigger is aim, right trigger shoot. So you do get this sort of closer third person view of aiming, just sort of an over shoulder shot. But that's through holding the left trigger. But if you tap the left trigger, then it goes into proper first shooting mode. It's fucking complicated. And also quite boring, so we'll move on. So the next item on the brief is a little item I like to call Check the Papers. And I'm sure you'll make a little...
Well, do a jingle? Yeah, well...
You'll make something now, won't you? A little sort of animation or something
Sure.
If there isn't, it's because Matt got drunk. Anyway, so I picked some little stories that have happened in the last week or so. Ones that I thought that you would be interested in. What are you doing? You getting a beer?
Yeah, well, come on.
Going for red stripe, and look at me, right? I know, we all like to have a beer. I went for bottles.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, just bring a little bit of class to it.
Okay.
And I know this is scraping the barrel in class. You've gone for a tin.
Little tinny? Nothing wrong with a little tinny, mate.
Yeah, also a red stripe.
What's right? What is wrong with red stripe?
I don't know anyone that drinks red stripe that isn't homeless.
That isn't homeless? Are you saying that this lovely Jamaican lager is somehow less equal to a non-Jamaican lager? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying.
Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't dare ever say anything like that.
I think it's perfectly fine.
I think you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, and I stand corrected. Anyway, here's the first news item, right? So I looked up some news stuff, and I thought, what would interest Matt? So the first news item, they've only gone and found a shark that they reckon... Yeah, you're reading this for the first time, are you, Matt?
Yeah.
Even though I gave it to you days ago.
Look, mate,
why do I bother? And you,
why do you bother? What, you've copied and pasted the article?
Are you moving further away from it as well?
Oh,
in this shot?
Maybe. Right, here we go.
Just don't be so scared of me.
Come on.
Right, they've only gone and found a shark, right?
Yeah.
That was born before Shakespeare.
Fuck off.
Yeah, 512 years old. They reckon this shark is.
I mean,
I'll read on. The headline is...
Can we get a picture of the shark?
Yeah,
because it looks fucking old.
Yeah, it does look old, yeah. I'm going to do all that, don't worry, Matt.
Sorry, I've
thought of all this.
Oh, okay.
I've saved all these pictures.
How about I just sit back and listen? Because you've clearly read it and got a little bit of a script in your head.
I haven't got a script at all. No, this is genuinely... I just thought... Okay. I don't think you should script this sort of stuff.
Why don't you tell me about the 500-year-old shark?
So,
it's older than Shakespeare.
Older than Shakespeare, who is very dead. So this shark, right, so first of all, the headline is, this ancient shark is said to be the world's oldest living... Oh, that's my pizza.
Oh, shit, the bed.
Right, we're going to make a little jump cut here, and we'll talk all about the shark. You've got a thing about eating in front of... on camera or something.
Yeah, well, the problem is, when you're fat and you eat in front of people or on camera, it's clear, like, well, obviously he's eating pizza. It's a bit of a thing.
The pizza was my idea, and I know you tried to... we're sharing a pizza as well.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah. We're not that greedy. But also, I know that you were trying to subtly hint to me to get a vegetarian pizza.
That was not a hint.
You were going, I went, what sort of pizza should we get? You went, I can have anything, you know. I even like vegetarian pizzas.
Yeah, I was just trying to make clear that I'm not bothered about what pizza you want.
You'll have whatever pizza.
Yeah.
Anyway, can I tell you this news story now?
Yeah, about the shark. I mean, we've already spoken about it. I don't know how you're going to edit this together.
It'll be fine. Don't worry. It will. Well, it won't be fine. It will look terrible, but I don't care. But yeah, no, there's this shark, right? 512 years old, born before Shakespeare. Then, so obviously I read that and I'm like, oh, that's quite interesting. And I have known about these sharks actually because they have these weird little parasites that hang off their eyeballs.
What's the name of the shark? What's the breed name?
Oh, Matt, come on. No one cares about that.
Yeah, well, actually, people will care about that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
It's called a Greenland shark, everybody. Well researched that. So, yeah, have a little Google of a Greenland shark. They look fucking old. They look really old. I mean, it's not a surprise that they are 500 years old. To be fair, that is quite a long time now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you heard that fact that sharks can't get cancer.
They can't, no. Now we're treading on dangerous territory.
Well, like, has anyone tried? Has anyone put like a little microwave under some water in a shark tank and really tried to give one cancer?
Yeah. I would say just put a shark in a microwave.
Yeah.
But just leave the door open because it will fucking die because it can't breathe air.
Well, it won't die of cancer though, will it? This is the idea. No, we're trying to give it cancer.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe we can get it smoking. Has anyone tried to make a shark smoke?
Yeah, but then you end up with a one of those skater sharks. Do you remember them? When we were kids? Oh man.
Street sharks.
Street sharks.
No,
yeah.
That is an old reference.
Yeah, I don't think. I'm worried about that reference now. We're meant to be down with the kids. I think.
We are not down.
No. But look, this is typical journalism. I start reading something. 512-year-old shark. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that on a podcast. Matt'll be interested in that. Then it goes on to say, experts used its length. Vague.
Okay.
A staggering 18 foot. But I don't know. I don't particularly know that breed of shark very well, so I don't know whether that is a big shark or not.
I mean, you've already accused me of not knowing what's going on here, but I do believe that they dated it from the actual retina.
Okay. No. They dated it by radiocarbon dating, right?
Okay.
Which is how you carbon date.
I thought they
stuff.
studied its eyes. I thought the eyes deteriorated at a certain rate.
It might be. I'm just going on what this journalist is saying. I won't say his name. Radiocarbon dating to determine its age they've determined it between 272 and 512 years old. So don't start me off with a thing saying that you're 512 years old and saying, but I might actually be 272 years old. That's still a lot. If you'd have just come in and go, shark at least 272 years old, I would have gone, fuck, that's well good.
Yeah.
But you've given me the bait, which is a bad pun.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That was awful, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm more
okay,
interested. I'm more interested in the pizza.
I can see that. You keep looking at it. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm staggered that we're talking about a 500-year-old shark on what really is it a gaming podcast? I mean, we've said this already, haven't we? I can't remember if it was in the first take or one that's going to make it in, but yeah.
It's
Do you want another drink, mate?
Yeah, it's just a podcast.
Okay.
You're allowed to say whatever you want on the podcast.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is true.
Also,
I don't know where you popped that over. It's gone.
I've got it here. Also, we do keep taking breaks because anyone who's a fan of this YouTube channel will know I have a problem with overheating cameras. And you can back me up. The office is at the top of my house. It gets really warm up here.
It's hot in here.
There's no radiators on. It's winter, but we're still having a problem with heat.
It just seems odd to me though. A camera can't record without overheating.
Yeah, it's bollocks, isn't it? But anyway, so we've got that problem.
No one cares.
But we keep letting. Well, the only thing that I need to explain is that we keep letting the cameras cool down, and while the cameras are cooling down, we just keep drinking more and more beer.
Yeah, it's gonna look really weird.
It's gonna just jump straight to us being fully pissed.
The cameras are gonna be moved. Like the cameras will be moving. There's a pizza here now.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming.
No.
I don't think we talked about ordering the pizza. Yeah, this podcast might be an hour. Or we'll have it. You can see how long it is. Double that. Maybe triple it. That's how long we've been recording it for.
Yeah, probably.
Quite probably.
We're rubbish. You're quite good. To be fair, it's all the stuff that I'm in charge of that's going wrong.
Well, you keep stopping.
Well, it's not my fault. The fucking camera keeps overheating.
Okay, all right.
I've bought loads of cameras. You can see them all.
Yeah, I have seen them all. There's two.
This isn't even all the cameras that I've got.
This room is like a camera graveyard, mate. It's just full of mistakes. Mistakes born from incompetence.
Well, I got the Sony camera because I wanted to shoot in 60 frames per second, which you said at the time. I remember. I rarely get praise from you. And you said, "Oh my god, that looks amazing."
For gameplay, it's pretty much.
You've got to have 60 frames.
It looks great, yeah.
And before I was using the Canon GX7.
It didn't do 60.
It does do 60. But I didn't know how to make it to do 60, so I bought another camera.
This is the thing. Yeah. You're wandering through life, bumping around.
Well, I asked people on Twitter. They don't want to help me out.
No, of course not, because you don't know how to Google things. That's another thing we've spoken about in the original one.
I like to Bing things.
I like to Bing things.
Yeah.
Well, I know Bing's good for one thing.
Are you going to have a slice of this?
No.
Why not?
Because it's weird eating pizza or in front of people.
Why is it?
Not only is it weird eating in front of people, but like the audio of like the pizza, like the lip smacking. I mean, I can hear it. You're eating it right next to the microphone.
I bet. I know. Yeah, I am proper leaning in. I bet there are people watching this now going, "Oh man, I could have a pizza," and I bet they're enjoying it.
Yeah, well, don't mention the brand because they're not sponsoring us. No one's sponsoring this.
No.
So, don't mention them. You've mentioned Red Stripe. God bless their hearts, those good old Red Stripe boys are.
I don't think we're going to get a fucking sponsor anytime soon as well.
No.
Is that it? You want me to move on to the next item?
Well, the shark. Right, well, I mean... It's a nice effort, mate. I mean, there's a nice picture of a shark on it.
I get it. You're not impressed by the shark.
Let's move on.
Right. Here we go.
Oh, sorry. This is a second page of the shark thing.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
No.
Well, these are out of order then.
No, they're not.
Item 2. Oh, right. Okay.
This is just turning us into us having an argument now.
Put an item on one page. You can't have a lead in. It should be item 2.
All right. Yeah. No. And I thought about that, Matt. Yeah. And do you know what I was thinking? Because I also made the writing much smaller as well. Okay. All I was thinking was, let's save some paper, yeah?
Let's save some paper. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Well, I mean, a lot of people wouldn't have printed anything out because it's not 1980.
It's good to print stuff.
Yeah.
It's good to have it there. You have it on an iPad or something like that. It's difficult to get to, and sometimes you just want to grab something.
Yeah.
So, news item 2, right? You want the headline?
Sure, yeah, because it's on the other page.
Real life Jurassic Park?
What?
Question mark?
No.
So you must be interested in that.
Well, I already know from the last time. Well, anyone who's watched Jurassic Park will go, "Oh wow, that's great! Can they actually extract DNA from a mosquito?" And actually, no, you can't because the DNA decomposes too much. So already, I know this is going to be a waste of time.
Well, hang on a minute.
Okay.
Because I've not even read this one. I just read the headline.
Right.
Paleontologists have made a Jurassic Park-like discovery of dinosaur blood inside a 100 million year old fossilised tick.
I mean, that's amazing.
There you go. So there's dinosaur blood. What more DNA do you need apart from dinosaur blood?
Well, the actual DNA. I mean,
Do you want some chicken kickers?
what are they called?
Oh no, I don't want to say because that's a sort of. Then you'll know what brand of. In fact, you probably see that.
Oh no! Don't. Come on. Ping pong.
Listen, if this brand of a popular pub game pizza company
Hey, I wouldn't say it's popular, but yeah, sure.
is popular if you're Dickensian.
Yeah, brilliant.
I keep forgetting that people watch YouTube are a lot younger than us. In fact, I don't think that's true. I think our audience is around our age.
Our audience probably is.
Yeah.
But the majority of people spending time on YouTube are a lot younger than we are.
Well,
this is why we've got so few subscribers.
yeah. I know.
Because the kids don't like us. They don't know.
No.
We don't know. They're like, well, who are these granddads?
Yeah. It's because you have to concentrate ever so slightly. Ever so slightly.
What, to watch our stuff?
Yeah.
And appreciate it?
Yeah.
Are you dissing the kids?
Yeah. Little fucking idiots.
Yeah,
no.
We're not going to keep that in.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh.
We got, I got 2 of them. I got 2 of my own.
Yeah, they're little pricks as well.
Little dickheads. You're not allowed to say that.
I know. They are really... These kids are lovely.
The Steven Spielberg box office smash was based around the prehistoric beast being resurrected from DNA pulled from a bloodsucker encased in amber. Also, they filled the gaps with frog DNA. Dinosaur boffins have found a tick filled with prehistoric blood fossilised in amber, just like in Jurassic Park. Have they said what sort of blood it is? I mean, that amber could have been...
Well, I'll tell you right now,
4 years
they don't
old.
know what blood it is because they can't do any DNA testing on any dinosaurs.
Right. They can't, can they? They're not about...
No, well...
I thought they were meant to be making a woolly mammoth at some point.
Yeah, and they've been banging on about that for the last 10 years.
They said, we're going to make a woolly mammoth.
10 years they've been banging on about that. And it still ain't happened. And every year or so, you'll hear them say, "Oh, the woolly mammoth's coming back." They're about to do it. It never happens. They never do it.
They should.
They should do it. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I know that people go and Dr. Malcolm especially would have said, we shouldn't play gods. Here's Dr. Malcolm, isn't it?
Yeah, Ian Malcolm.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. I say play God. Sounds like fun.
I say play God.
Yeah.
I say play God, fool.
Just play God.
Play God.
It sounds like a good video game. Be God.
Yeah, be God.
There was a video game like that, but I don't want to talk about that because the kids
That's
won't know.
really old as well. You're talking about black and white. Is that what it's called?
No, I think I'm talking about a game called Populous.
Right, okay.
Or something like that.
I never played that. But sure, yeah. Well, I mean, what's the harm, really? It's a bit like a...
We've lost one.
We've lost the camera. It's okay. We'll soldier on, unless you want me to flick it on.
No.
So what's the harm, really? It's a bit like an elephant. It's an elephant with a big woolly coat. I don't know where they got the name woolly mammoth from, but
where would it live?
You could just stick it. You could stick it in Siberia.
Do you
There's
reckon?
loads of space.
Yeah.
There's loads of space.
It's big Siberia.
Yeah.
Turns out.
Not much there, is there?
That's good.
This is good podcasting. I mean...
I'm proud of you, Matt. You managed to... I mean, I'm totally distracted by the pizza now.
Yeah.
And you managed to make some content out of that shit news story.
Mental news story about... Did you finish reading it? Did you see where it's...
No. Does it just say at the end?
Does it say that it's possible? I don't know.
It's a big news story. I should have read it before we did it.
Oh, yeah, it's like a whole page.
I was hoping you would read it, to be honest, mate.
Right, okay.
In the movie Jurassic Park, dinosaurs brought back from blood amber. That was the sentence.
Oh, look, right, here we go. Paragraph here. The scientists behind the new discovery stress that all attempts to remove DNA from such an ancient amber specimen have found due to deterioration of the complex molecule over time. It's the same thing I read a few years back on the same thing. The DNA deteriorates to a point where it's useless. There is a TED talk about a guy that says we might be able to extract... So if we understand like chicken DNA, we might be able to work out how to manipulate that.
Retro sort of...
So apparently there's like sort of historic pieces of DNA in a chicken's DNA, which if we reactivated or turned on or turned off or something, we might be able to make a sort of chicken dinosaur type thing. That's interesting, that's possible.
I'm sure there are lots of stuff you could do that with though, isn't there? There'd be a lot of things that are dinosaur related, surely. Reptiles for one.
No, they're different. They are different.
They are different, aren't they? Yeah, it's the birds that you got to look at.
The birds. Stephen King's Birds. Don't know why I brought that up. Mental.
Yeah, I watched that film, The Birds. I thought it was going to be a bit more sexy. I saw it. Is that a bad joke?
It's a terrible pun.
I thought it went, yeah, The Birds. Yeah, I'll watch a bit of that. Right, news item number 3. Or should we take a break and get a bit more drunk? Is this falling apart, do you think?
This is really gone to pot. I mean, we had quite a good momentum at the beginning, but right now it's... I think that shark thing killed it, I've got to be honest.
Do you reckon the pizza had something to do with it as well?
Yeah, well, we're both falling asleep now. We're both a little bit drunk. Both full of pizza.
We won't get a pizza next time we do
Let's
the
not
podcast.
do that, no.
I was going to do another news item. It was about Bitcoin, but I've decided not to because I think it's just some bird trying to sell something. Like, if you look at the pictures, they're just sort of like publicity shots of this woman who apparently bought £2,700 worth of Bitcoin and then sold it for $80,000, which isn't the most remarkable Bitcoin story.
Bitcoin story? No, it's not.
Bitcoin story out there. Usually it's like, I bought this for 30p and now it's worth 40 billion or something like daft like that.
No, she's trying to sell something.
Yeah, she's got something she wants to sell.
She might not even be a real person, mate. They might be stock photos from somebody that's trying to...
Oh, do you reckon?
I think so.
The only reason I was interested in that is because I've invested in some Bitcoin.
You've invested in some Bitcoin. So how much did you pay for your Bitcoin?
I bought £500 worth of Bitcoin.
So that must have got you loads of Bitcoin.
No, it was 0.05.
0.05?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something. And that was a couple of weeks ago. And right now, my Bitcoin is worth... Shit!
It's gone up.
£803. So I've made 300 quid.
Yeah, good.
That's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's alright. Is that in pound? 14,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how much one Bitcoin is worth at the moment,
Wow.
Matthew.
It is. It's very nice. Tidy.
Tidy little sums.
Yeah.
If you'd bought a Bitcoin for maybe like a couple of $100 a couple of years ago.
If I'd have bought Bitcoin in 2012, then I would have... so that's 14.
Yeah.
So I might have paid about £500 for one if I bought it in 2012. So yeah, that's great. Brilliant.
13.5 grand in your pocket. But yeah, no, I'm not going to read the story of this. I mean,
To be completely honest, mate, it's been overshadowed by the next story, which looks incredible.
yeah, this is the stuff. This is the stuff.
Hold on to your boots, guys, because this is.
There's a campaign, finally, to change the name of fire ants to Spicy Boys.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I mean, just call them Spicy Boys.
So this is the 2017 version of Boaty McBoatface. So
what was Boaty McBoatface?
Boaty McBoatface was an English Navy vessel.
That was
something to do with the Arctic.
Well,
wasn't
it Australian?
Well, you might be right. I thought it was.
I think it was an Australian...
I'll tell you why I think it was British, because actually they ended up naming it after Sir David Attenborough.
Oh, that's still quite cool.
But they named one of the rigs that goes, like the submersible rigs, they named that boat him a Bowface. Which, okay, is a nice gesture, but it's not even a boat, it's a submersible. So it should be called Submarine Face. Boaty
McBoatface is a good name.
It's good, yeah.
But yeah, a campaign to change the name of fire ants to Spicy Boys gathers pace. Christopher Hooton, who I think is the only person to be quoted in this news story, even though it is apparently gathering pace.
Yeah.
But Christopher Hooton says it has taken far too long for this issue to be dragged into the public eye.
Brilliant.
It's been a week for petitions. First, one calling for a second referendum. Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm not getting bogged down with that.
Christ. Why has it got to do with that? Why has it got to do...
It's 2016. There are 36 genders.
What? It's not.
It's not, is it?
It's not. Mate, is this supposed to be news? Where have you got this from?
Oh no, I have got it. This is old news.
Fuck me. I bet this was on the back of Boaty McBoatface. I bet that was getting traction. Let's get another story.
I've just seen the date of it.
July 2016.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Anyway.
Well, what happened? Let me know.
I don't know. Did they change the name?
No, I don't think they did.
This has been a disaster, Matthew. Anyway, Christopher Hooton says, "Wake up, sheeple. Rename fire ants to Spicy Boys. Sign the petition. It has taken too long for this issue to be dragged into the public eye. The time for this fire any nonsense has to stop. Let's all just agree that Spicy Boys are called Spicy Boys and move on."
Well, I mean, what else can we say?
I don't think you need to comment on that. I think it's all there. It's all funny enough already.
I'm sold. I'll never call him. I mean, the thing is, mate, we live in England. We don't have fire ants.
No, we don't.
I've been to Disney World. That was in Florida. They had fire ants in Florida. I don't know if it's across the whole of America. I mean, it's a pretty big place, America.
I think maybe the southern states.
Yeah, okay, well, there you go. Fire ants, southern states, pretty much not applicable to the UK. So
it doesn't matter. We're a global channel.
Apparently. We're a channel.
Alright, I've saved the best till last. Woman claims she's had sex with 20 ghosts and prefers them to men. But, I mean, that's confusing because it's like... What that should have said was prefers them to the living men.
So you're saying that ghosts have a gender?
Or maybe they don't. I don't know. I'm cool. I'm down with anything, man.
I wasn't going there. I'm just saying that.
A woman in Bristol, England, really likes spirited lovemaking, and only ghosts need apply. Good. Oh, Jesus Christ! No, hold on. It gets good because I've just read her name.
Yeah.
Amethyst Realm, a 27-year-old spiritual guidance counsellor.
Real.
That's her name.
Was she a spiritual guidance counsellor? Right. Okay. Well, already, if she's making money off of spiritual guidance...
I don't think she's making much money, mate.
Okay, alright.
She says she's had sex with at least 20 ghosts. She prefers them to men. Realm appeared on the British TV show ITV This Morning. Why have they called it ITV This Morning? It's just called This Morning, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got the quote in the wrong place.
Yeah. It started as an energy, then became physical. There was pressure on my thighs and breath on my neck.
She needs to stop making sure the dog sleeps downstairs.
I just always felt safe. I had sex with the ghost. You can feel it. It's difficult to explain. I'm sure it is difficult to explain. It's fucking nonsense. There was a wait. Oh, alright. Well, at least she gets specific in this next sentence.
Yeah, this is really spells it out. So if any of you is in any doubt, then these next few details will really sell the story to you.
There was a wait and a weightlessness.
Right. Yeah.
A physical breath and stroking. And the energy as well.
She has to chuck the word physical in because it all sounds like bollocks.
It's fucking nonsense, isn't it? Absolute bollocks.
Right, so we should say that if anyone out there likes ghosts, spirituality, I don't put spirituality and ghosts in the same boat.
I don't at all, no. Spirituality is something different.
Yeah.
Fucking nearly headless Nick.
Thing is, I feel like we're basically pawns in this because she's made up this story. She's I have no problem saying that. She's made up this story. Yeah.
Well, if she wants to take us
For
to
attention.
court, if she wants to take us to court to prove us wrong, she can absolutely do that.
Yeah.
But you're a fucking liar, Amethyst Realm. You're a fucking liar, and you know it. That's the end of the papers. I
thought we was done. I was going somewhere.
Oh God, no, sorry. Yeah, no, I thought I'd milked that teat dry.
Gone. It's gone.
Jump cut. All right, so that's the end of the papers. Is that a good
What
little item?
Yeah, the papers was fine. Let's do a better job next time.
Okay.
Like, I mean, we've literally got. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Bless you.
Oh, that was a wet one. Something's gone somewhere. I'm going to discover that. I'll probably step into it. Anyway, I got some fan questions. I put it up on Twitter saying if you've got a question, we might.
Yeah, I did see that. You said, does anybody want to ask James or Matt?
Yeah.
So, Matt and I, any questions? I can't help but notice, James, that they're all questions about you.
They're not. So the first question is from @MattEvans Esquire, which I like. My bank sends me stuff that says James Buckley Esquire.
Does it?
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
I don't know what that means. What does it mean if you're an Esquire?
Esquire? I'm not sure. All I know it from is Bill and Ted.
Yeah, Bill
and Dead.
Bill S. Preston Esquire.
Yeah.
Anyway, @MattEvans Esquire says, you realise CIM has a whole other meaning, right? Yes, I did. I learned that the hard way. People commented and told me what it meant.
Look,
it's very, very rude.
If a shambles of a company like the BBC can get away with it, so can we.
Yeah. @NerveHD says, what was your favourite In-Betweeners movie to film? Right, this one isn't applicable to you, I admit.
Well, presumably, old Foster's Gold Boy over here, I think it might be very obvious which one was your favourite to film.
Yeah, it was, and by the way, if Foster's want to send me any Foster's Gold, has to be Foster's Gold.
What's the difference?
That'd be nice. Foster's Gold's nicer, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Smoother.
Yeah.
Golder?
He is. Yeah, my favourite film was the second film.
I didn't know that, but yeah.
It was just really good fun. Really good fun to go to Australia. We had a great time filming it. Didn't consider that we were making a film at the time. We were just mucking about and enjoying ourselves.
Did you, at some level, understand that this probably will be the last time?
Oh yeah, we all knew. Yeah, we all said there and then. We all said the first one was going to be the last time.
Right.
And when it comes to doing the second one, we was like, right, this definitely is it. So let's just fucking have a laugh and really sort of, go for it.
Really enjoy it.
Yeah. @Dan Overboard says, right, this one is for you. What game would you name Game of the Year?
This year?
Now you play a lot more varied games than I do. I get stuck in games. I mean, I've been playing GTA 5 for the last 4 years.
It's tricky. First of all, I'm having trouble remembering what came out this year and what was sort of like early last year. So, I'm not entirely sure, but I'll tell you what games I really enjoyed was Nier Automata. That was a great little game. Mm-hmm. So that's like a third-person RPG set in some sort of...
I've not even heard of it.
Yeah,
You've not told me about it.
It's not so... I don't think it's something you'd really get into. Well, maybe you would. It's not too... I mean, you like
I'm
Pokemon.
into the big stuff, innit? Yeah, I do like Pokemon, yeah.
It's not... People are going to think that is a mental comparison, but for James, that might actually make sense.
Okay.
It's a bit like...
So is it like a turn-based sort of battle, and then you walk around and solve riddles and stuff?
It's live, but it's a lot of exploring in the world and side quests and stuff.
And that's what you're going with as the Game of the Year?
Yeah, well, I can't remember any other ones, so that will do. That'll do. That was popular. That was great.
At Steve8485 says, when Meatloaf sang, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. What was it he won't do?
I mean, it's very obvious to get crude with something like that.
Yeah.
You say, like, finger up the bum. Maybe wouldn't do that.
That.
But I mean,
that's the one thing he wouldn't do.
Yeah, I feel like he should have given it a try, to be honest.
So, no, but out of all the things, so he'd do anything else though. But he's just against the finger up the bum. I think he'd have a problem with switching to Diet Coke or something like that. Also, this is going to alienate a lot of people as well, because a lot of people are probably going, who the fuck's Meatloaf?
Yeah.
He was a bloke that had one good album in the 70s. It's called Bat Out of Hell. It's quite good.
Well, I think it's a bad question.
It's a shit question, that, Steve.
I think it's a bit old school. I think it's a bit old school, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a joke from 1992. Leaving it in, though.
Brilliant.
And on that bombshell...
No, that's how we're leaving it. That's how we're finishing our first ever podcast that we're hoping to launch, like a series of podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, people have switched off by now.
Well,
I reckon people have watched the beginning, which was passable.
Yeah.
And now we've gotten to this stuff.
Well, I think maybe we've worked out what Meatloaf wouldn't do. And it's make a good podcast. He would do anything for love, but he wouldn't make a good podcast.
That's us.
Yeah.
I'd do anything for laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got too drunk as well.
Yeah, this is it.
We got far too drunk. Anyway.
Special thanks to our sponsors.
Hold on, I'm getting to that. It's got goodbyes here on the brief.
Right.
Thanks for your questions. Thanks to everyone who's watched this. No, genuinely. Hopefully, I think we've already got an idea of what's felt right and what hasn't felt right doing this.
Sure.
And hopefully we'll see from your response as to whether we should carry on this endeavour. We might not, or if we do, it will be better. It can't be any worse. No. So thank you ever so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. Comment's the most important thing to me, because I read every single comment.
You do?
And I get a lot of comments going, I bet you didn't read this, or if you do read every single comment, reply to this. I don't reply to those.
No, it's begging.
That's principle.
You have to have more respect for yourself.
You're just gonna have to trust me. I don't know what I'd get from lying from that. What do we gain?
More comments? You'd get more comments.
Yeah, but what does that do? Does that do anything? No, of course it doesn't. I just like reading them. I really do. I do read every single comment.
Well, for something like this, the comments are going to be very important. We're actually going to need a lot of feedback.
So, a lot of feedback. Constructive, please. Don't hurt my feelings too much.
I liked how you looked at me when you... Don't hurt my feelings. So, okay.
Well, because I thought you're a bit more thick-skinned than me, but yeah.
Subtle.
Thanks to our sponsor for sponsoring the podcast. There was no one.
Well, there was nobody. Yeah.
All the details and links are in the description box.
There's no links. No.
Thanks to Matt.
Yeah. No, you're welcome, mate.
That's on here. And then I've put, just as a little thing, because I knew I'd be reading this in the future.
All right.
I just put thanks to me. Keep up the good work, James. You're doing just fine.
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, I just felt like I'd probably need to give myself a little pep talk at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised after
so
this.
I wrote to my future self when I was making this brief. Drunk now.
Drunk.
I'm drunk. I'm tired. I'm full up. It's time for me to go to bed. Good night, YouTube. And God bless.